stuff. Yo.
What do you do?
Yeah. I can see you. I can see you. Hold on. I hope this shit don't give me no crazy feedback. No, I can't do that, Jew.
Do what?
Can't be on the computer. Oh, shit.
We live?
Yeah, we are. But hold on, man. I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to join by phone, man. Hold up.
Peace to everybody, man. Peace. We about to get this thing popping.
You have not entered any numbers. Please re-enter your meeting ID, followed by
Hold them up.
enter your participant ID, followed by pound. Otherwise, you are in the meeting now. There is one other participant in the meeting.
Peace to the family. What's good, man? We here. We a little early, man. We getting this stream going. We still live, right, Javier?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Okay, hold on. It's a little bit of feedback that's coming from something. Hold on.
All right.
That's how I'll do that. Okay. You there?
I can hear you, bro.
All right, bet. You can see me still?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I just changed the audio feature. Yeah. YouTube was acting crazy not too long ago. I couldn't play either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was crazy. I just told you, like, man, YouTube down. It's tripping and stuff. So had a little glitch. We about to shake something up. So we're gonna get started in 10 minutes, man. Do me a favor, y'all that's coming in, man. Click the like button so we can hit that algorithm and get our family folks up in here. And then what I gotta do, Ju, make you presenter on the thing so you can share your screen.
Yeah, I guess when it come around to me. We early, fam. We just giving people time to get in here though, but we about to get this thing popping. 1 second.
Yeah. So we could do some Q&A real fast in the chat, man. Spit it to me, man. What you got? We can do a quick Q&A for a minute before we get this party started, man.
Yeah. No, can you still see me, bro?
Hey, what up, Monica? Hold on, let me go back to it. Yeah, I can see.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Ain't no feedback or nothing on my end, right? Everything's clear?
Yeah. Look, you straight. You straight.
Let's see.
Yeah, anybody got any questions, feel free. Drop them in the chat. We can do a quick Q&A for about 8 minutes. And we're going to get started at 9 on the dot.
DeBeer, you going up first?
I think I'm second because you got Vaughn, so I ain't got nothing on Vaughn, man.
Okay.
I ain't looking to none of that.
Okay. Okay. I'll take the baton first. Not a problem.
But let me do this thing here. How we do it? More. I'm gonna make you host, right? Bam. Do you see that? Do you want to change the host, Minister Jew? Bam.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute though. I done forgot how to use this thing already. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah. Scroll down towards the bottom. It's gonna say share screen.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh man, I meant to hit these cats. They better ask why in the Holy Quran I gotta find that surah, man, when them cats said, and I swear by the moon.
Oh man.
Put that in.
Hey,
Oh
man.
no. We gonna have to have a. Oh, here it is. You think I'm lying, Joe? You think
What it
I'm
say?
lying, man? Yeah, you think I'm lying, man? And this is in Surah 74, verse 32. Absolutely, I swear by the moon.
Hey, man.
We're gonna have to get into this. So, man, let me go look that up right now, man. What y'all doing in the chat, man?
What you doing over there,
Y'all
man?
cool in the chat? Y'all straight in the chat? All right, man. We tried to do a quick Q&A for you. Let me go to Holy Quran, Surah 74. And what verse is that? 32?
Peace to everybody in the chat. What's good? Hey, no, we got to do this here Wednesday, man.
Man, ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Wednesdays, man. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We're going to get in here, get this star science, this quantum physics talk, and we're going to merge these two babies together and create something special for y'all. Tonight is just an example of this. We're going to utilize some of the most influential people inside of our community, hip hop, to teach this message. Hopefully, with the intent to shed a different type of light, where it can be taken just a little bit more serious than I think it is, than it's being displayed in the hip hop community at the time. But it's still cool though, because they're inching closer to a certain level of truth.
Yeah.
Allow the people to start to ask some questions about what is this thing really all about. And like I told Noble the other day, man, when was Hip Hop Astrology? That was like 2013 we made that platform?
Yeah, 13.
It was Hip Hop Astrology TV, where the stars meet the stars, man. We was way ahead of the game as usual. But now it seems like the people are ready to delve into the sciences, man. So we're gonna give it to y'all how we've been giving it to y'all since y'all, the people who know about us, for as long as I can remember, this how we've been delivering it,
Yeah, man. Facts on facts on facts. K Money, what up? Andrea Gray, what's happening? We got an MGT. Black Million was good. Madera was good. Raymond was good. Yeah, man. We're gonna get ready to kick off. 3 minutes, 9 o'clock. You have to see the flyer. We sent the email out. If you're not on our email list, man, 2 ways you can get there. Really 3, but 2 is cool. TheImaginationguru.com. TheImaginationguru.com. Click on newsletter, and also TheProsperityInvestmentGroup.com. Click on newsletter, and you can get to it as well. If you went to the star signs, man, I guess the third could be myastrologycoach.com. Myastrologycoach.com. Katrina, what's happening? All right. Nothing that interests. Leah said, what's up?
Peace.
All right. And we get started in 2 minutes, man. People that's in here, do me a favor, pretty please. Thumbs up like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, so we can alert the algorithm and our people can know that we on. Because I'm telling you, we're going to show y'all some slides today that's going to be pretty dope. Pretty dope, very informative, man. Gary Pope, what up? Scuba Coop was good. Scuba Coop 33, man. You got to get on the 333 frequency with us.
Hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. If you already a part of our community, the Prosperity Investment Group community, the Imagination Guru community, and you here, we appreciate you guys for coming through to kick it with us if you're already part of our community. For those who may be here for the first time or, kind of in and out, maybe heard of us before and listened to us sporadically, man, subscribe now. You know what I mean? Get this content because it'll change your life if you really listen and learn how to apply it. So like, share, comment, subscribe, the whole 9,
Yeah. So do a screen share, Julie. I don't know if you're doing it already. I ain't over there because we on in 1 minute.
Can you see my screen?
Oh yeah, bloody Mars, baby. I see it.
You can see it?
I see it. All right, man. Let's kick off, man. It's 9 o'clock. Let's go.
All right. So again, peace to the family. We rocking out on Hip Hop Astrology TV, where the stars meet the stars, man. Man, we got a treat for y'all tonight. We ain't done this in a long, we ain't done it this type of way in a long time. But what we want to get into tonight is to, talk about this star science and consciousness in a way where you'll learn just how important time is and just how important your thoughts and your feelings and what you say out of your mouth, right? It astounds me in hip hop that when we see, how, rappers have these lyrics and they'll say a certain thing and all of a sudden it'll manifest. And then it'll spread like wildfire, especially if it's something negative, like somebody gets shot or somebody dies. It'll spread like wildfire, and people will just be like, wow, or they just keep repeating the lyric. And they never stop, or I don't know if they never stop, but it doesn't appear that people are willing to take it to the next level of understanding exactly the phenomenon that is producing the event. And so what it appears to be is that people get caught up on the effects of what the words or the thoughts or the feelings may have projected into this physical reality, more so than the cause, which is the thoughts and the feelings and the words themselves. So what I like to do is to show the cause of the phenomenon so that we can take corrective action as a hip hop nation and a hip hop community, where we can take this information and use it to our benefit so that we can become even more successful. That's really the key. So before I even get into this tonight, one of our hometown, because I'm from the city of Chicago, man, Chi-Town all day, West Side, Austin community, man. One of Chicago's very own, a young soldier, King Vaughn, was murdered a few days ago. And so anybody who may be listening to this video, it's for educational purposes, man, to teach you this phenomenon so that another life doesn't have to be lost, or so that tragedy doesn't have to hit home, right? In a way where it just tears families apart, it tears communities apart, it tears business apart, right? And so it's rest in peace to King Vaughn, man, out the gate. That's what it is, you know what I mean? As they say, may Allah be pleased with his soul, man, you know? But since we talking astro, I'm on hip hop astrology, man. I feel like throwback Jew, right? We got to talk about this planet Mars, and I'm not going to get too deep into it because Ampu got a whole slideshow where he's finna go in, I'm certain, on this planetary body. I don't want to hog up all the time and talk about some of the same things, but I just want to point out a few things. These planets have keywords that show the indicative nature of how scenarios, events, or circumstances may play out in an individual's life at any certain time according to planetary angles called conjunctions. In the case that we're talking about tonight, you're going to primarily see it on an angle called a square or an opposition or a conjunction, especially when we're dealing with Mars, because this planet is very volatile in nature, okay? And so I just wanted you to see some of these keywords before we get into this. That way you can kind of tie it into your psychology when you see what's actually taking place as an event, how these keywords are being struck. It's a match being struck that is defining or explaining the phenomenon that you see unfolding in front of you. So let's look at this. What are guns made out of? What? Iron, steel. We hear it when the rappers say, man, I pulled out the steel, right? Cuts, burns, fire, bullets are hot, right? Fire is combustion in a gun, right? Aggressiveness, heat, blood, bloodshed, forcefulness, armed services. In that case, the hood version, okay? Masculinity, violence, war. So we're setting the table so that you can understand when these energies become present in a person's chart, these are some of the keywords that would describe certain phenomena that may appear as a circumstance or situation in that person's life. So I shared this the other day on Twitter when the King Vaughn news broke. From the sources that I have, they got him born August 9th, 1994. Now, I don't have the birth time, but that's not relative for what I want to show because I'm looking at angles and planets, period, right? All of the other things, house placements, that may give you like the Biggie Smalls astrological autopsy that I did years ago called Who Shot Ya on hiphopastrology.com when we were operating that site, where they had the time where he got shot. You could see what was rising on the ascendant that's indicative to show you what part of his body, what part of his frame may have gotten hit. And so that becomes more important when you're trying to get into all of the details, right? But in this case, what you're looking at is King Vaughn's chart, his progress chart, right? Because when I went to look for it in the natal, it wasn't clear. So I'm like, it got to be somewhere. So I went to the progress chart, which shows where that person's energy is in the current moment as they're moving, just like the planet is moving and these stars and the cosmos is moving, its motion. we also move and accelerate as we grow older, both physically and mentally, right? So here, I drew a big arrow so people can see this. The constellation Aries, you'll see the glyph for Mars in green to the right, okay? This is where Mars is at in the sky as we speak, in the constellation Aries. King Vaughn in his progress chart has Mars, as you can see the arrow in black on the inside, which is showing, for lack of a better term, the stationary point where the planetary energy is at, because it's representative of him. So he has Mars at 12 degrees Cancer. We call this in astrology a square. This is friction. This is tension. These are things that can unfold in an unpleasant, inharmonious way. Okay? This is a classic marker for bang, bang, who shot you? Or some type of brawl, a fight, as you look at the keywords: violence, guns, bloodshed, aggression. Anybody that watched the video that's circulating around on the internet, the Twitters, the Instagram, showing the altercation, it was all of the keywords that I just defined that represents the Martian ray. So now I saw the video where his manager talked about the young lady who he was dating, called, her name's Asian Doll, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. She had a quote where he said, she didn't say it in the initial statement. She said, King Vaughn's last words were, "Y'all let them niggas get me." I'm paraphrasing, but it was something along those lines. And then when he gave his interview to DJ Academics, he said that those words that she spoke were, quote unquote, from her spiritual advisor, who was communicating with King Vaughn on the other side of the veil. And those were the words that he communicated to this medium that she supposedly expressed to Asian Doll. Now, I know that science is a true science, right? But it's a lot of people out here faking too. I just want to make that clear. But it's on the zodiac wheel. We have people who have that type of ability. I know one who's damn good at it. Okay? And but I'm saying that to say that's fine. That aspect of the arts, of the esoteric branches or occult branches of study, that's great. But guess what? If hip hop would take heed to this type of information, this could have been foretold beforehand. This is what makes this valuable. Because see, once a person is already transitioned, what good does that do you? People are mourning, people are sick, it's funerals that gotta be had. But if King Vaughn would have had Jew or the priesthood on retainer, we could have looked at this and said, hey man, listen, bro, right now, this is not a good time for you to be hanging out, getting into no scuffles, no fights. You need to be chilling. You need to be laying low, right? If you want to work this off, man, go get in the gym, go lift some weights, go run, go do something to work the Martian ray off in a different facet. Because it's physicality, right? So we're looking at a trademark angle and aspect in astrology that denotes violence, murder, guns, blood. It's there. We're looking right at it. We could have saw this coming a month ago. And Pooh has networks and memberships where he showed these people these things 30 days in advance. Right? So now let's move on. This is a lyric from King Vaughn off this record, How I Rock. Because if it's your first time here, you see I go by the handle Minister Jew. So you may be thinking, minister, he's like a traditional pastor guy? and he's talking about astrology and quantum physics. Well, let me tell you, I'm not your traditional pastor guy. You might even hear me curse every now and then. Right? That ain't what I do, although I've mastered understanding the psychological ramifications of Scripture. I don't view the Bible as literal or secular history, because it's not. Sorry if that may offend somebody, but I just got to keep it a buck. Right? These are stories that are metaphors, allegories, similes. All of these different, just like rappers have metaphors and parables, and they be rapping. And I had a whole back and forth with Lupe Fiasco about 3 weeks ago on Twitter about, he deleted the whole thread though, but the evidence is still on Hip Hop Astrology Twitter. You can see the commentary that I was having with him back and forth. But we were going back and forth about the validity of ancient texts, right? And maybe he thought I was, like the traditional minister guy. But no, I understand that these things are metaphors, parables, to get you to understand the power of the mind and how to elevate to different levels of understanding on mental planes. So, you think when you're reading the word, I'm going to get a good word. I'm going to get the word. Well, when you translate the word in Scripture, you think you're just opening the book, you're talking about you reading the word. No. When you translate the actual word in Scripture, in the Hebrew lexicon or the Kohan Greek lexicon called a Strong's Concordance, word actually it comes out to mean a computation. I'm not making this up. Fact check me. A computation. And the last time I checked, a computation is mathematics. So what's the math, God? Right? What's today's mathematics? Right? So there's 4 components to the computation, and words are one of them. So we see it all the time in hip hop. Juice WRLD, Triple X, Nipsey Hussle, Snoop Dogg even said it on the Breakfast Club interview about murder was the case. But we get to that later. So here's some words from King Vaughn. But when I die, find Tuka ass and I'm gonna beat him up. So there's a long history about this guy named Tuka, young boy, living that lifestyle, right? Some back and forth street shit going on, niggas getting shot. That's how I go, right? Niggas dying. It's unfortunate, but that's what's happening, right? So this is a lyric that he has. So he's uttering death. I remember watching a 50 Cent video that he had a couple months back about Pop Smoke. He was doing an interview, and he said he told Pop Smoke, when you rapping, don't rap death to you, push that energy away from you when you putting them in your lyrics. Because see, what these rappers don't know is they are the modern day poets. They're weaving realities with their words, man. And so what my job is to teach us our own technology, our own human technology, so that we can use it for us and not against us because of our unknowing nature that we are the gods. Right? So now, Proverbs 6:2 tells you what? You have been trapped by what you said, ensnared by the words of your mouth. Again, they're trying to impregnate you with the idea, and it's many other passages that, life and death and the power of tongue, it's all through Scripture. They're trying to tell you that it is you, by one part of the computation called the word, that forming the phenomenon of life. So this is why we entitled this series, When the Law of Attraction Goes Wrong. Because see, everybody keeps speaking to existence, but nobody's thinking that this thing is a two-sided coin. Yes, it's great on one side to speak it into existence, We teach people how to do that all day long. Imagination Guru membership, quantum imaging membership, all day long. Got testimonials up the wazoo, right? But when you don't know your own human technology, oftentimes you use this power that you have in a way that can cause you harm or people close to you harm. Okay? Hey, baby, close the door, baby. Close it, right? So here's an example. Because you may think, oh man, that's just one instance. No, I got a bunch of these. I couldn't get to them all tonight because I don't want to take up too much time. But peep it. This is, for those that's in the sports, this is Pistol Pete Maravich. These were some words that he uttered in the interview, right? And I went over this before in a class called Esoteric Bible Decode. He said, I don't want to play 10 years in the NBA and die of a heart attack at age 40. Go fact check me on this. These are words right out of Pete Maravich's mouth. Do you see what it's saying, Red? Pete Maravich, 14 years before dying of a heart attack, at age 40, after 10-year NBA career. You think that's a coincidence? See, we got to get past the, ooh, that's deep. And wow, we passed that stage. Let's get into the, I'm past that shit, bro. I ain't wild about it no more. Look, this is a phenomenon. How do we work this to our benefit? How? Right? So now, what did John 10 and 18 tell you? For more reinforcement, no one can take my life from me. I sacrifice it voluntarily. For I have the authority to lay it down when I want and also to take it up again. It's not talking about a man named Jesus. You think that, but it's a state. Jesus is a state of awareness. All of us have the potential to be Christ-like in our minds. So this is another passage that's telling you it is you that is responsible for what happens, whether good or bad. Ask mommy, baby. Pull it up. Pull the door up. Pull the door up. Close it. Close it. All right. So we talking astrology, right? It says, the heavens declare the glory of God. This is the 19th Psalm. And the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day. Now the heavens declare the glory of God. And the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line go out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world, and them that have set a tabernacle for the sun. Right? So what are they talking about here, Jude? If the heavens declare God's glory and his handiwork, and this language that it's talking about, it spreads throughout every language, meaning nobody anywhere can remove themselves from this handiwork that is in the heavens. The handiwork of God, which is in the heavens. And I don't care if you speak Israeli or Hebrew or Greek or English, that's not what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a cosmic phenomenon that stretches far beyond your gender, your race, any of that. These are the timekeepers. Talking about the cosmic phenomenon. Okay? Now, we're merging the two. Because we got to understand this. I did a presentation called Cosmic Health and Wealth, where I showed the dynamic between planetary influence and quantum consciousness. So this is the first song, right out the gate. Blessed is the man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But peep game, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. That's key. That's key. So listen, to meditate on the law. What law? See, we called it, I remember Meek Mill had a tweet. He said something like this. He said, the law of attraction is my new religion. I had to tweet him. I said, no, it been the religion the whole time. You just didn't know what you was reading in the scripture. You didn't know it. See, scripture don't call it the law of attraction. Scripture called it the law of liberty. If you read the New Testament. See, but they talk, meditate on it. What you mean? That means that thinking on something, pondering on something. But then in a season, meaning at a time, it shall come forth or bear fruit. So I remember T.I. said, I think it was on his on the album before this Libra joint, I think it was the Dime Trap, where he had a lyric where he said some shit like, life is all about timing, right? And it is. And the moment, whatever you've been thinking and feeling over long durations of time, when those clocks line up, whatever you've been thinking and feeling will manifest externally. So you have to always be on your job. You have to work your manual technology consciously on a regular basis so that you can get the best and most out of any situation. Right? So here's a quote that we've made famous around here in our community, that space is intelligent. Space itself is very intelligent. I mean, no, when we had a conversation, man, we always talking about this science. We say, De Beer, how can the sun at 2 degrees Sag, and the sun is no longer right there right now, and this person is going through a Mars square opposition, and they're having an experience, but that planetary, we could be in the zone, we could be in the, it could be Aries season, right? And Mars is making a square to a person who was born with, you know, let's just say a sun in Cancer, right? And they're having an experience, even though the sun is not right there at that moment. It's actually in Aries. See, space is taking a snapshot, and it is recording the data. It's recording the data. And it's like the moment you get back into a particular zone, I just told nobody tonight, it's like Matrix 1, Matrix 2, Matrix the Trilogy, Karate Kid 1, Karate Kid 2, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The sequel, right? It's a continuation. When things line up in a specific region of space, you get a sequel or a continuation of what happened there previously. So it's like, everybody get your popcorn. We're going back to the movie theater. We're going to watch part 2 tonight. So then this happens. This was a case that Lil Durk and King Vaughn were fighting together, right? Last year, 2019. And allegedly they were involved in a shooting with another guy. Allegedly, they said that they shot the guy in the leg and robbed him for some bands. Allegedly, right? And that event took place, I think it was, let me pull it up, Jew, on February 5th, 2019. So if you look to the right, that's the planetary glyph for Mars, again, because that's the theme for the night, right? I want y'all to look to the left and find that shape or that symbol to the left. Again, what do you see? On the inside, where the glyphs are black, that's where that energy was on the day of. So on the day of February 5th, 2019, roughly 21 months ago or so, the planet Mars was in the constellation Aries. That's a snapshot, ladies and gentlemen. Guns, robbery, violence, bloodshed. Remember those keywords? So anytime a highly emotionally charged event happens, space is recording all of this phenomenon. So that when planetary bodies get in a position, right, or make contact or friction, just like when, you know, the Boy Scouts, they rub the sticks together for a long time and it gets hot and friction and all of a sudden heat pops out. So anytime two things touch, right, like the wires on your car, the positive and the negative charge, anytime they touch, you get a spark, right? Anytime that spark jump off, we get a replay of a phenomenon that previously happened with similar indicating factors. So here's the question. Is it a coincidence that on the night where King Vaughn allegedly was involved in some type of shooting, that almost 2 years later, that same planetary body that denotes fighting, violence, guns, robbery, is in the same zodiac sign and the region of space, making a conjunction, meaning within 10 degrees in space, check, and now he's involved in a shooting that ends up in bloodshed and ultimately death. This is the intelligence of space. This is why we've been blowing the horn. And listen, man, if any of these rappers is in here, T.I., academics, 50, because you never know who's watching these videos, man. We've been tweeting y'all for years, man, with laying out the evidence. Hip hop needs this, bro. Too many people are losing their lives. It was another rapper today gunned down, I think somewhere like in Houston or Dallas, one of them cities in Texas. Right? Lives being cut short at 25, 26 years old. This is really invaluable. It's really no price. You can't really put a price on this because not only can it save lives, it can help you attain different or higher levels of success. Right? So I'm gonna transition to this tip thing, and Noble, you can rock. You could come up to the plate and hit the home run, homeboy. This was a message from Tip a couple days ago. He said, Atlanta is a beautiful, progressive city filled with Black excellence, right? We uplift each other and win together. Stop coming here to kill each other. That shit is played out, managed, right? Now Tipton came on the record and said, this had nothing to do with King Vaughn. A lot of people say that's cap, right? You can't never really say what's in the heart of a person, although it just does seem weird. Like, why now? Right? Like, who else you talking about? You know what I mean? What prompted that statement? You know what I mean? So it just looks suspicious at face value, right? And so let's look at this. I tagged 50 and T.I. in this on Twitter. I said, I told Tip he was under a minor cold red 3 days ago in relationship to his Aries moon, triggering an emotional response to something because the moon governs emotion, presides over the feeling nature of an individual. Now it's playing out with this King Vaughn situation. Hip hop needs an astrologer on retainer. Hashtag Minister Jew. And here go the tweet, right? Tip, this science can save lives, help careers, hell, even slow down terrorism. That's a whole nother conversation. It's more than the new trendy woke thing. And bro, you were born with an Aries moon. So you on a minor cold red too with Mars passing by. Get at us, bro. Hip hop needs this. And then what happens? See, the moon is also what? Your home base, right? Home, family, where you come from, your lineage. And what did Tip say? He's making a plea or a mandate about his city, where he from. This my roots. This where I'm from. That's that lunar shit that he taught, right? But see, Mars will come through and spark, just like I said, that friction come and spark, and it's a trigger. And then you say something that sounds, like some people may take it as passive aggressive in a moment where it's like, I don't know, bro. Maybe not right now. I get the message, yes, right? Yes, you can't say the overall message isn't a good one, but the timing of it, what did Louis Farrakhan say to be? Truth out of season is worse than a lie.
Yes, sir.
Right? So what happens? Here come 50, calls out T.I. following Atlanta violence comment. They will kill you for what you just said. Now, tip, bro, not while Mars in that vicinity, bro, and you a Libra, I'm sure it's making a 180-degree angle to your Libra energy. Not right now, pimpin'. No. So look, y'all, I'm putting all this in my book, man. I'm working on my 3rd chapter now. Hip-hop laws of attraction. Can we really speak it into existence? Oh boy, I got some jewels. And I didn't even get into no neuroscience tonight. Like, I ain't just talking a bunch of philosophy. I got some science to back up what I'm saying. I'm talking about hardcore peer-reviewed science about the power of the mind and imagination and language and images, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm putting some of that in this book, man. It'll be out before year's end. I'm ready. Because see, space is intelligent, the beer. I put out my first book, Imagination at Work, in this same pocket of space. See how that works? Real talk, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Listen, man, follow your boy on Instagram, The Imagination Guru, Minister Jew. Check me out. This is the website, theImaginationguru.com, man. This is what we do. You know what I mean? Hit us up, man. What I need to do, Beers, stop my screen share, right?
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know how that works.
I just stopped it.
Okay, all right. Let me see something here. Host disabled participant screen share. Oh, you got to make me the host now.
All right, how'd I do that?
Probably highlight my name and then over there to the right or somewhere say more, maybe something like that. Because I made you the host.
Okay. Try it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Let me see. Bam. All right, man. Let me see, man. All right, man. Y'all good in the chat? YouTube? Y'all straight? I know it's a little lag in between that, but put it YouTube. Let me know y'all good, and I should be able to see my screen. What's up, Carla? What's happening? Coach Michael, Moon in Aquarius, man. That's pretty dope. I got that function. All right, let me know if y'all good. We get ready for part 2. Just give me a yay in the chat. Y'all good? Y'all can hear me? See me? James Earl Gomes 1. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let me know y'all ready. We good, El Monte? Everything good? All right, Gary Pope, thank you, sir. All right, let me go to my slide here and blow this up as big as I can. Slideshow. All right, let me get rid of this here. All right, let me get rid of that here. All right, ladies and gents, listen up, man. T.I. is under the negative suggestion and magnetic rays of the planet Mars. I want to be clear. Everybody has what we call a higher angel, higher self, lower self. Back in the day, it was in cartoons as one on the left shoulder, one's on the right shoulder. So it's an inner consciousness that can be measured by planetary bodies. Without a shadow of a doubt, I'm going to show you exactly this. So for starters, on the first screen, what you see is the moon's position at the time that, or the day that T.I. was born. Now, it looks like the moon is at the tail of Pisces headed towards Aries. So in the chart, it will read the moon in Aries, but in the sky, it will look like this. Don't worry about the discrepancy, simply because the Earth is tilted on this axis. And from our viewpoint, as I pointed out in an old webinar called The Cosmic Illusion, it looked like the sun rise and set every day, but we know it don't, right? So that's an illusion. So the moon appears at the tail of the fish on the day that T.I. is born. The premise is the moon in this location has perfect memory of who little Clifford is when he's born. Because when things get back in this region of space and others, events are going to take place in his life that are, unbeknownst to him, very sad and dangerous. Okay? Now, this slide here, tip, is the Libra. I salute you, bruh, for having the inner knowing of coming with a restaurant called Scales 925. That's his birthday. His latest album is Libra. So he's going through a cosmic awakening, but he's been going through the roughest of cosmic initiations. He's a Libra. His moon is in Aries. That's opposition in of itself. This says that you're going to have to balance the male-female energies very delicately, and there's going to be issues there because he was born one day after the full moon in 1980, okay? The day before his birthday was a full moon. The red arrows are pointing to Cancer and Capricorn. Here's the premise. Every time the planet Mars gets in Cancer, Libra, or Aries, it hasn't in Capricorn in this study, but anytime it ignites that red big ass square that you see, I am telling you, you're going to see malefic events take place in his life. I hope you're ready, okay? Because this is going to be very, very, very interesting. So let's start with July 17th, 2005. You have to hear me closely. When he was on Pump, this is what created the negative spiral in his life. Because he was on Pump, I paused it here. You remember when they pranked him? They put bullets in his hand. That's how they pranked him. Bullets was in his hand. He was shook. These ain't mine. Please get them out of my hand. Please. Right? So bullets is in his hand on July 17th, 2005. And we're going to walk through a timeline, and this is the inception point. Now watch this. Where's the planet Mars on July 17th, 2005, ladies and gentlemen? The planet Mars that Minister Drew showed you had keywords of armed services, iron, blood. Mars is that pistol work. So what a coincidence that the day that they put this negative imagery out, Mars is in the same spot where the moon was. This is dangerous because, see, again, you cannot believe in vision boards. Oh, see it in the mind's eye, see it in the future, speak it into existence. You got to see it to believe it, right? And all that stuff. Okay, well, the law works the opposite way too. If people see a so-called prank or negative event, the brain won't process it as being a prank until, they know it's a prank. It still processes everything as real. This is why you can go to a movie knowing good well your big grown ass is at a movie and you jump when the monster come out. You cry at the end of the damn movie. Like, why? Because the brain processes the information, the data that it sees as being real. Okay? So if you believe in vision boards for the future, you better understand that vision and imagery that's associated with the negative will take form as well. Let's move on. May 3rd, 2006, a year later, right? Rest in peace, Big Phil. This is when T.I. was in Cincinnati leaving a club, car pulled up on the side of him, start shooting, and his assistant, his homie, his partner, died May 3rd, 2006. Well, let's look in the sky. At the very top in green, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to see the date that says transits, because that simply means the planets in green are where the planets were in the day of question. So on May 3rd, 2006, Mars, at the top, circle with the arrow, was in the zodiac sign of Cancer. Didn't I tell you? When Mars get in Cancer, it's going to cause some issue. Mars is in Cancer, squaring, big red line coming down to Libra, T.I.'s Libra energy. And what a coincidence, when Mars is in Cancer, that creates problems for his Aries moon. Yes? See, it just dawned on me, Jew. Aries, the name similarity of their baby girl, the little one, Eris. You understand what I'm saying? See, all of this thing is a cosmic play that's playing out. Now, we got Big Phil. You can see this. So this clearly states, yo, Tip, this is the time if you're going to go out on the road, homie, you need a bulletproof car. You gotta security has to be beefed up at this particular time. Okay? Let's continue. This is what the sky looks like that day. The sky that day looks like Mars is in the Gemini constellation. Okay? So I'm gonna show you something because something else gonna happen. So then in 2007, another year passes. T.I. is arrested on gun charges before the BET Awards, right? Okay. Well, where is Mars in the sky? Mars in the sky a year later is right back in the same position again. The exact same position again. So in the sky, so you can see I'm not making this up, 10/13/2007, Mars appears to be in the Gemini constellation again. So wait a minute. When Mars was here the first time, your partner died via guns. Then when it's here again, you're arrested about guns. There's a cosmic common denominator here, buddy. But the irony, it ain't really the irony because it's really scary to be honest with you. But who's the Cancer when Mars is in Cancer, Jew? Tiny, his wife. Oh, so when the sun is in this area of space, when she's born, that looks like it's Gemini Cancer region, the same region of space that Tip is clearly having some serious issues with, his wife is the embodiment of that energy. What does that mean? It means if you don't get your shit together, your wife can lose her life. I just can't make it more simple than that. I'm going to move off of this. So now let's speed it up 7 years to May 25th, 2014. The infamous T.I. Floyd Mayweather fight at, where was they at? Fatburger or someplace, whatever, in Vegas. They had a little issue, right? What was Mars on the 25th of May on 2014? Oh, Mars is directly in Libra, which just so happened to be the sign that T.I. is. Oh, that means Mars in Libra would be in opposition to your Aries moon. The moon represents a woman. Were you not in a confrontation about your woman? But see, you were born with this, remember? You were born on the full moon. Male, masculine sun energies in opposition to the female energy. Oh, yeah, you got to magnetize this in real life now. Want to see what it looked like in the sky? When Tip is born, 9/25/1980, it looks like the sun is at the shoulder of the Virgin. But the day that he got in the squabble with Floyd Mayweather, May 25th, 2014, where is Mars? At the shoulder of the Virgin. You keep having these negative responses when it comes to the planet Mars every single time. See, you got to ask yourself, yeah, baby, let's get up and let's go to Vegas. Do you really think that's an organic idea for you to go to Vegas to have a good time? Because unbeknownst to you, you're about to be in some shit. Just a question. Rest in peace, precious sister. She died in an accident. Okay? She was in an accident on February the 13th of 2019. Okay. Where was Mars at on February 13th, 2019, ladies and gentlemen? Is it not in the same position where it was, where the moon was at when T.I. was born? Was it not in the same position where Mars was, what's that, 9 years later? About 9 years later, in 2005, when they put him on Punk'd. That was the first slide I showed you. When they put him on Punk'd, Mars was here. When his sister dies, Mars is here. See, the moon represents family members. It rules the zodiac sign Cancer. If you look up keywords for Cancer, Cancer rules family. Okay, so if Mars, the planet of accidents, is in the same position where the moon was, the planet of family, at this time, somebody in your family could be in an accident. It's really just that simple. Now, the work to do to circumvent is a whole nother level of work, which you gotta call in, you gotta tap in. And that's some serious shit. Like we do this. You know what I mean? Like, this is serious. Because now you got to ask yourself, well, goddamn, how is it that we're looking at you, your shit, your chart, your energy? You already got a negative marking in this area of space and some other areas of space when I showed y'all every time this shit get in Libra, or if it's in Cancer, Aries, Capricorn, every time that shit gets activated, some shit gonna happen. And now when it happens, your sister passes, right? So energetically speaking, was it you? It's just a question. Can your karma motherfucking pass off to somebody else and it affects them? Come on, man. We can't say we taking care of the family and we feeding every damn body and everybody dependent upon us, and we can't say the good effects happen for them. So if they the beneficiary of the good physical deeds, the question is, can people be the beneficiary of good spiritual energy or bad spiritual energy? It's a question. Okay? Rest in peace, King Vaughn. As the Prime Minister pointed out, now T.I. is in the news right now, because of his statement about, people coming to Atlanta, go to your own city and die. Don't come down here and die. I'm paraphrasing, right? Now you in some shit. But like Drew said, where's the planet Mars at right now in the sky? Right now. I just put it on the 9th because that's about the day you came public and made that statement. But where's Mars at? Oh, it's actually in the same spot where it was when they put your ass on pump, which is also the same spot it was when your sister died. And now somebody else famous dies, King Vaughn, and now you got something to say. Now, here's the kicker about this 50 Cent shit, because now we got to go back to the square chart here, because in the square chart, 50 Cent is the Cancer. Yeah, 50 Cent's a Cancer. You see? And then we showed you this, when Mars was in Cancer, that's when Big Phil got shot. Remember? It's right there. That's when Big Phil got shot. Then, when you got arrested from the BET Awards, Mars was in Cancer. Now, here comes 50 Cent, the Cancer, who is saying you will be killed. Boy, this is some dangerous shit that y'all doing. Lord, please forgive them, for they know not what they do. I'm telling you. You know not. I want to bring your attention to the Holy Quran real fast in Surah, which is a chapter, 74. I like to start off with 74th, verse 30. Not going to read it all, but there's a parable. It is overseen by 19 keepers. Shout out to 19 Keys, man. Shout out to Mother Cardinal, unveiler the number 19. But see, the 19 is talking about the mysteries of the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know, and I showed on this channel before, that there are ancient spots here in North America that studies the 18.6 year cycle of the moon? In essence, do you know if tonight is 11/11 and there's a full moon tonight, it will be exactly 19 years later on the same day. It will be a full moon in the same sign at the same degree. It takes 19 years for the moon to match exactly the same phase and same day on the Earth-Sun calendar for everything to line up. Okay? So then it further reads, and I'm going to go down to 32, okay? But no, by the moon. Another translation says, absolutely, I swear by the moon. That's what it says. Okay? And then it goes on to say, in the night as it retreats, in the day as it breaks, surely hell is one of the mightiest catastrophes. A warning to humankind, to whichever of you chooses to take the lead or lag behind, every soul will be detained for what it has done. Now, my translation is every soul is trapped by its sins, right? And then another translation is, instead of to whichever you who chooses to take the lead or lag behind, there's a translation that actually says, for those among you who wish to advance, which is lead, or regress. That's very interesting. To advance or regress. But I'm going to go to a last little verse here, because you better swear this ain't you. And I'm talking about everybody, me included. We better swear it ain't us. So the pleas of the intercessors will be of no benefit to them. Now see, Minister Jew will put together intercessory prayers for people. But I'm saying There's a group of motherfuckers down here, buddy, that according to the Quran, that shit ain't gonna work. They done. They cooked. Woo! Man, listen. That's a tough pill to swallow.
It is.
That's a tough pill to swallow. But here's my point, ladies and gents. Real shit. These cosmic patterns, you don't have to, and I know it seems like you do, because then people be like, oh, I got to study it. I got to study astrology. Now you think you got to become an astrologer. You don't have to. You don't have to. I know that one of the keys to this whole thing, and I keep saying it, is the DJ Khaled key. Happiness, gratitude. When you look at Khaled's energy, it is always about, look at the sun shining on me, gratitude, I'm so grateful. That's the key, because it begets more positive energy, okay? The problem with a lot of us, especially with Tip, you mad as fuck, bro. And I know what your chart says, and I know why. And you're just now starting to get to that point in your life where you're turning that energy over to its rightful direction, the political establishment, Mr. Justice Scales. That's what you want to do. There's a slight problem, though, because you don't have the literal basic history, and it's fucking up your perception big time. Big time. And I'm not going to even get into all of that, but Killer Mike knows, because he always talks about that particular train of history as it occurred in a chronological order. That some people are entirely too egotistical to admit this shit. So this is where you may say niggas crazy, and this is the litmus test on that shit, right? You mad about slavery, right? I know we are. You put your Bible up.
Hold them up. Hold them up.
What the Bible?
Hold them up.
What the Bible? We're gonna make you mad. We're gonna make you mad. It's all right. We got an album coming. It's gonna be a album that deals with conversation, though, and then we may dip the music, but it's gonna be more of a conversational piece. Yeah, it's gonna be called The Bible and the Flag. See, it burn you up.
The Bible and the flag.
The Bible and the flag. It burns you up. You know why it burns you up? Because see, you can't let this get to you, man. You got to be able to tell the truth, man. The truth is this, man. This the only nation that came and got us up out that situation, man. I'm sorry. I got to tell the truth. I too was fuck America, but I was brainwashed by emotion. Okay? That's easily triggered by today's events called Sandra Bland, right? Eric Gardner, you know what I mean? And the likes, right?
Yes.
Easily so. And I'm not saying there ain't no racist bone here. That's not what I'm saying, homie. What I'm saying is, man, you live in the heart of the Confederacy, young man. Your issue with white America is Confederates. And the question is, have America, in America, you really need to understand this is for you, have you been infiltrated by Confederates? That's the question.
Ooh-wee.
That's the question. Have you been infiltrated by Confederates? Because last time that I checked, Harriet Tubman was rolling with the Union Army, Abe Lincoln and them, and we came down south and put some work in on them white Confederate boys, and slavery has been over ever since. And now, some of you are living absolutely your best life where you feel like your children may even be privileged today. Because the level of racism that exists back then, for some reason, it ain't there now. The level of resistance ain't there now. And that's just the truth of the matter. You got to be able to put it in its proper scope, right? So when y'all really want to get into this thing, because again, we're not looking at the Bible from secular history and it's the slave man's religion. Listen, do you know that the slaves started naming things in the Bible? They started actually taking the names from the Bible and naming people such as Harriet Tubman as Moses and geographical landmarks such as the Ohio River is now the River Jordan, and that's how they're going to get free by crossing the River Jordan. They actually took the Bible and they projected it out and personified it in real life time and used it as a method to get free.
That's a fact.
Come on, man.
That's
Facts,
a fact.
man. Facts, man. While when they got free, such as Harriet Tubman, who came up north, and Colonel James Montgomery, from right here, gave her guns, went back down south with some rifles called 7-shot Spencers, and we came through and put the drills on them, nigga. Okay?
Right.
So you got to understand this whole thing for its entirety, man. Its entirety. All right?
And
now,
Noble, tell them the lack of telling the full story. Because, see, you know what happens. We get emotional.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We get emotional. And then we want to throw the blanket on everybody. Right? We want to cover everybody in the sin of quote unquote America. Right? And then that creates a bias in our brains, which doesn't allow us to see the other facts that are important to telling the whole narrative. Now,
that's right.
This summer, I saw a gang of white folks protesting, talking about Black Lives Matter.
That is very true.
I saw a line of white women form a security line in front of African Americans. They call it something like the line of mothers, where they wouldn't let the police get to the other side of the line in which they were protecting, which were Black people.
That's right.
Now,
that's right.
Listen. You know, you get caught up in these conversations that these people have with this clout and these reputations, and I get it, because fighting for Black equalities and liberties and freedoms, that is a noble thing to do. That's what we should be doing. But you can't jumble up all of the people involved in your liberation, right? And make them out to be enemies because you're mad at another portion of the people who look like them who did do you wrong. See, I always say this, DeBeer. You have to apply that same line of logic everywhere we look. You know damn well there's some niggas that you don't like. It's some niggas who look just like me and you don't like them. You have issues with them. They done stole from you. They done said bad things about you. They've embarrassed you. They've robbed you. They shot you. They killed your daddy. You don't like, but this is just a fact.
Right.
And we're ignorant to this cosmic law, not knowing that these things are happening in alignment with these secular motions, irregardless who is in your environment.
That's right.
Come
That's
on.
right.
So now, what you mad at the Quakers?
Oh yeah.
You mad at them too?
Mm-hmm.
See, that same, let me tell you something, man. That same bloodline is in these quote unquote white people today. They still here.
Right.
But guess what happens? You lose an ally when you start to throw these blanket statements on the entire populace of those people. And then the people who may have been siding with you or supporting you, whether it be financially, through rhetoric, whatever, they get very quiet because now they become afraid that, man, they don't like me. I guess they think I'm the enemy too. See what I'm saying?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So we got to be wiser in our approach, right? And then as soon as somebody black do something that's out of pocket, this is one of the lines that we say, just because they skin folk don't mean they kin folk.
Right.
Just because they skin folk don't mean they kin folk. Okay, we'll apply that same logic all the way around the board.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
That's right. Hey man, that's why Killer Mike keeps it even, call the truth, ain't afraid to call white people his allies. And goddamn it, when you say ally, what you're really saying is, historically, y'all know them as abolitionists. Geographically, for the most part, you know them as Northerners. Now, we don't mean that it wasn't no Northern motherfuckers who wasn't against you. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm gonna show y'all two things real fast from the Quran again, because Juice sparked something. Let me share my screen real fast, right? Boy, I'm telling you, I'm coming out with this cosmic Quran. When I do, it's gonna be lights out. Surah 51, verse 22. In the heavens is your sustenance, in whatever you are promised. Okay? It's one. And now I want to take you, what is this? This is Surah 44. Let me go to that one, Surah 44. And we're going to go to verse 38 because, see, this is that smoke. Literally, this chapter is smoke. Nigga, y'all want that smoke? Okay, here it is in this chapter, all right? So we're going to go to verse 38. Let me go down, 44:38. Reads, we did not create the heavens and the earth and everything in between it for sport. See, in hood terms, what they just said, we didn't create the heavens and the earth and everything between them just to play with you niggas. That's what they said, okay? And so, what do you mean everything in the heavens is a provision and our sustenance and what's promised to us? And at the same time, you telling us that, yo, we ain't playing no games with this. Boy, there's so much stuff in here. There's another scripture in here that talks about you can't even reach the outer limit unless you get permission. Now, I really want to have a conversation, but it's another conversation. I know we got permission. It is said that you can't even reach the outer limits unless you get permission. I'm going to leave it alone, man. I'm going to leave it alone.
Debir, pull up John 3:27.
John 3:27?
John 3:27.
Okay. Hold on.
Because it's parallel to that passage that you just read. 3:27.
All right, hold on. Let me get. Oh, that's 3.
Scroll all the way down. Right there.
There we go.
To which God replied, a person can receive only what is given them from heaven.
That's right. That's right, folks. That's right, folks. So listen, man. I ain't gonna even get into my bag on no history shit. I don't want to go there. I ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? We talking about why we see Tip in the news. Listen, man. I'm a fan of Tip, and I want to be clear. I'm just doing my job here. Big fan. I really think that if you want to talk about the South, you got to be in the top 2. Boy can go. Like, you know, I'm not being biased here. I really appreciate family hustle because it was like, yo, that's what's up, dude. Get money, hustle. You see the family dynamic. Like, I really am appreciative. I'm appreciative of it. You know what I'm saying? But homie, I'm gonna tell you something, man. This is very, very, very dangerous. This cycle that every time Mars is in these cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra. It ain't even popped off for you in Cap yet, but Capricorn. But mainly Cancer, Aries, and Libra. Every single time it's there, man, you're having a malefic experience where on 2 occasions now, 2 people, your loved ones, have died when that planet has been in that same position for you. Got to clean that up.
And
Gotta clean that up, man.
And I think King Vaughn's sister, at least that's how they're portraying her. I don't know if it's his real sister or just a young lady who was really close to him that calls herself his sister. But after T.I. made those statements online about Atlanta and don't come here to kill each other, do that in your own cities, she came out and was like, bro, didn't we just see you over at Copper Cove or something like that, tricking off with some more bitches? And she's like, nigga, tend to your wife. Tend to that, all that cheating that you're doing on your wife. So in the backdrop, right? When you hear that commentary and you may be thinking it's just, you know, talking about the scenario where she saw him. But see, those type of comments can be pre wave collapses.
Oh yeah.
Now they're mentioning you and your wife in relationship to something happening to you. So you have to be, you got to be mindful, man. You know?
That's right. That's right. So yeah, anybody in the chat, y'all wanna got a question? I should find those when the niggas get bombarded by projectiles, Jew. That might be an iron.
Hey man, you let them know the beard, the Bible, and the flag. We working on an album. Ooh. 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 But anyways, man, it was a good build tonight, man. Peace to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming through, kicking it with us.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat, you got something? Any questions?
Oh, Noble. So one of the members just emailed while we were having this conversation. Remember I mentioned to you the rapper from Dallas that got killed today?
Yeah. Well, I think he survived. He got shot in the head. I don't know if he died.
Man, I think they said he died, bro.
Yeah, what's his name, man? Rob Bay hit me up about him today, too. What's his name? What's his name? Three, or what's his name?
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
He was just on whatchamajigger, man. He was just, he did die. Mo 3.
Yeah.
Earlier, yeah.
Somebody sent the video. One of the members sent the video. I guess they got the alert that we was going on tonight, and so they was watching, and he sent another link. And I clicked on the link, and he had a video that he made last year where he was laying on a morgue table. He was in the morgue, laying on the table, dead.
03. Right. What's the video?
I didn't see the name of the joint, man. I was looking for it while we was online, and I was looking in the comment section to see if somebody was gonna drop the name of the song, but they never did. It was a
Right.
viral post, man. Lady named Asia. If you could pull it up, you had to go to Facebook to pull it up though. Her name is hold on, let me see. Her name is
Yeah, I mean, he was just on which
Asia,
He was just on.
Asia Mack was the young lady's page, and she was showing the video. It's like a 17-second clip and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But people in the comments like, man, he spoke it right into existence. Like people, they know when they see it, they know. They know.
Yeah.
You can't play like that, man. You listen. When you start to study this science and you get in this brain, you'll find out that imagination and reality are very much alike inside of the processing units in the brain.
Yeah.
You can't play like that.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
You can't do that.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, y'all keep saying art, life imitates art.
That's right.
Yeah, you keep saying it. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, the division board is what get me the most. If you sincerely believe in vision boards, then you cannot put negative imagery out.
Can you see my screen?
Hold on. I gotta go back to the thing. You gotta back it up, son. Well, it's that glare from the light. But what is it? Still laying down?
That's him laying on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the video.
Mm-hmm.
He's laying on the table, dead, right? Same thing I just talked about with Tory Lanez. This cat tripping.
Super tripping.
Got another video out where he's laying in a puddle of blood with a knife in his back. He's dead laying in the street. And they have no idea. But boy, you know how this thing go, boy. The moment that psychology get triggered, boy, listen.
Mm-hmm.
And they think it's just art. Tell my man, it's a dope video. Okay.
Yeah. I guarantee you, y'all. If somebody in the chat, if y'all can find Mo3 birthday. And the dude name is like Melvin Noble too, Joe. That's the nigga name.
See?
Melvin Noble. That's why when Ross sent it to me, I said, man, I ain't fucking with this. I call myself, I'm not gonna look at this. Nah, you can't be entangling yourself with shit. You see? Not until I do a motherfucker banishing right, then I'll go fuck with it. Anybody got a birthday on, dude? Yeah, man, I think she told me that was dude that was just with Boosie on Mike Tyson podcast.
Yeah.
Mo3. Anybody got a birthday on him?
Ain't nothing on Google on him?
Let me see. May 31st, 93. All right. May 31st, 93. So, I ain't sharing my screen right now, but let me put the birthday in. Let's see. May 31st, 93, 1993. Let's see what my man got going on, man. May 1st, 93. We got Mars and Leo may be in his progression. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah, he got a Libra moon. Man, that damn near seemed like there's some female energy around here. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me see something real fast.
He got Mars square Mercury. And his transit Mars is square his natal Mercury in late Cancer. And I think he got killed on a highway driving.
He did, man.
Now Mercury is what? Almost.
Where you got his Mercury at?
I mean, it's progressed. 27 degrees Cancer.
Yeah, it's in progression. It ain't in natal.
It's in its progression. right?
Mm-hmm.
So transit Mars, right?
Ooh, wait. That's up in progression.
Yeah.
And he is 0 Cancer. See, this is what y'all got to see. Let me share my screen so y'all can see this. Where's Zoom go? Bam. All right. So here's the science. So you talked earlier about a progress chart, right? The progress chart is pretty much how the energy keeps moving. Imagine when you're a baby, there's a snapshot of the heaven. Everything was right here. But you live and everything keeps moving. And so on your first birthday, the sun may now move up 1 degree and your chart slightly turns a degree and things slightly start to move to mirror who you are. But it still takes a snapshot of where everything was. So it's pretty much like you got 2 wheels going on. So if you look at the screen, 1, he's a progressed Cancer, 0 degrees. He just got there. Like, this is like fresh, super duper fresh. So fresh, like a month ago, I promise you it wasn't here, right? Super fresh. And then what Jew was talking about at the bottom, he has Mercury in Cancer. Also, his moon is in Cancer. So there's a lot of Cancerian energy. So what did we start off with T.I.? What did we say? I said, listen, these cardinal signs, Cancer, right? Aries, Libra, Capricorn, these are going to have some problems right now if you got energy here, okay? And so let me hit the transit button. I hope it ain't, I got to change it to, hold on, let me change the date real fast because I got it on tip stuff. What's today's date, 11/11? November. Okay. So now what y'all seeing is at the top, here go Mars again in Aries. And what do Mars and Aries do? It squares things over here in Cancer. You see? It squares things over here that they also can be squaring that Mercury over there as well. And then, like I said, now by progression, his moon is in Libra, and now Mars is opposite that as well. Then he has things in Capricorn. But look, you got all these planets in Capricorn right now. So what's really happening is something called a grand cross for y'all, okay? I'll draw it for you so you can see it real fast, okay? It's called a grand cross, all right? All right. All right. So the grand cross, Mars in the sky is here, and Aries is squaring this energy over here, which is his progressed sun over here in Cancer, right? Bam. Now what also happened is, since it's over here in Aries, it's going to square energy in Capricorn. Okay? But see, it's a double whammy going on, ladies and gentlemen. What I mean by a double whammy is there's not only in his progress chart is stuff in Capricorn, right? But it's things in Capricorn in the sky right now as we speak. Uh-oh. Okay? Let me try to get that right back. Meaning all of this little stuff right here. That's right there in Cap. Okay? And then the last one would be he just so happened to have the moon in Libra, which is tip sign. Bam. Okay? And then you would just connect all of this together. It's called a grand cross. Is the name of that. A grand cross. Okay? Because all of this shit is connected to each other. Like that. Okay? And then the Cancer energy over here comes over here and squares this energy. And then it looks like one big old square, known as the Grand Cross. Okay? So this is a time where when the Grand Cross comes, this is when you get crossed up. You know who was born with a Grand Cross? We'll show you, and I ain't going to show the chart, But I'll tell y'all who was born with a grand cross so you can see the extremities of what you must do with consciousness. Charles Manson, Steve Jobs. Okay? So this is why it's important to have the correct cultivation and the correct outlet for your thing. All right? All right? So damn, man, that's crazy, man. So question, if we purchase the 4 quantum ritual downloads from the past webinar, are they still effective to do now? That's the question for you, G.
What's the question again?
If you purchase the 4 quantum ritual downloads from the past webinar, are they still effective to do now?
Oh, absolutely. The only one that's over there that's timestamped in relationship to a technique to do was the money moon ritual that we just had with the full moon over in Taurus. But any other webinar that I have over there is activated, whenever you decide to pick it up. So to answer the question in short, yes, absolutely.
Okay, gotcha. And they got some discrepancies. Some say another source says of 92 is the birthday. 92. Yeah. So the sun don't matter the year, because the sun is always going to be where it is on the same day. It don't matter the year. You can go, it don't matter. It really don't matter the year. The sun is still going to have the same law of progression. So it still will be a progressed Cancer, even if the year is not the same year, for sure. Let me see something here, though. I am curious to see something in the natal, if he was in 92 and not 93. Now, see, if he in 92, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll share my screen real fast on that. If he is indeed in 92, and that would even make sense for real, where is that zoom at? If he's in 92, y'all see what Mars is for May 31st, 1992? Mars is in Aries. Okay? So that would mean technically
Mars return.
Or Mars return. Mars is in the same, look at that shit. Mars, and I bet you 92 is probably it too. Mars is in the exact same spot, 19 degrees, and it's 15 degrees in the sky right now. So that's called a Mars return. When Mars is in the exact same spot, and what do Mars rule? The head. So, and it rules gunshots. So when the planet comes back to where it was, man, shit, you can get shot in the head. It's really that simple. This shit ain't no joke. See, this is why I said I have enough compelling evidence that Elon Musk and NASA should team up and blow Mars the fuck up. I'm serious about it, too. And in my latter years on Earth, I'm going to present that data. I'm very serious about that shit. Mars got to go. It got to go. Very serious. It got to go. And I know we going to be all right. We're going to be good without no damn Mars. But see, the thing is, there's something in space that has negative radiation, man. Seriously. Seriously. Like, this pattern never fails. Mac Dre, rest in peace. From the Bay, what happened? He going down the highway, leaving Kansas City. He like, and leaving the concert and shit. People pull up on the side of him, shot him, killed him on the highway, right? They tried to get Yellow Beezy the same way. Another Mars transit. Pulled up on the side of him, started shooting. Tried to get Rick Ross the same that one year, his birthday, right? He leaving his birthday party, pull up on the side of him, start shooting, wreck the car, right? Every single time, it's the same damn planet in one of these positions. Every single, like, come on, man. That's no coincidence like that. Not that kind of way we define coincidence in layman terms and whatnot. So something must be done on a whole nother level. All right. This is why this is why me and this dude, we had Mars medallion. We created our own Mars medallion. And we know that, you know, when he gets in a certain position, I know that's when, I go put my medallion on, because now I got to channel my energy a certain way. I got to be hella on point at that particular time. You know what I mean? So there's every time, like people like, you believe in God and stuff, there's a certain time where you really supposed to really go in your bag and invoke this spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? And you need to know when that is, man. And for those of you who want to stay abreast to it, you know, we got a membership, myastrologycoach.com. It's a membership. But I'm telling you now, it just strictly ain't Astro. I'm automatically throwing you in the Family Wealth Club. So if you ain't trying to progress your family and trying to get wealthy, it's not the place for you. You know what I'm saying? Now, for some old people that have been rocking with me for years, they do have a little something that's special. Let me see something. I might have a special that's just strictly for reports. Let me see something. That's how I don't even be on this thing, Jew. I only come out on this astrology pad when Jew come and get me, man.
Gotta keep you sharp, man.
You know, let me see what's going on over here with my astrology coach, man. Because I said 21, I'm gonna reach back and help y'all, man. But I'm telling you, man, I'm having some freaking the ball of my life on Earth. So there's something over here. What is this right here? My personal report. Oh man, y'all blessed, man. So if you just want a personal report every month to keep you cool, it's like an insurance policy, man. I forgot I did put that there. It's only $19 a month, man. $19.99 a month. I'll drop the link in the YouTube, myastrologycoach.com. Click on the membership and just put personal report. And that's all it is. Ain't no webinars, ain't nothing. But it's just a personal report that I'll keep you straight. Well, what you laughing at, man? What, man? I'm serious, man.
I know. For $19.99, that if you ain't lying, that's it.
Man, that's it. $19.99. That's it. I keep you straight. And you know, at the end, what happens is at the end of the month, I send out a report for the next month, and I highlight it. And you'll see it on the site. I dropped the link. Like, you know, there's main things that I'm looking for you. One, code red prevention. I don't like nobody getting in accidents and banged up on my watch. It don't happen. It only happened twice in the years that I've been doing this. And the only reason it happened twice, those two people who've been in accidents will tell you they didn't open the email and read it. Okay? But I told them it was there and whatnot. In the email, I told them literally and shit. So I'm definitely going to keep you safe, man. That's for sure. And then most importantly, bump this being safe. What a fun energy at, what a manifest energy at. Once a year, you get $1 billion alignment by the planet Venus every single year. You need to know when your luckiest time is. I'm going to let you know that. We're going to give you techniques of visualization to do. Well, I got videos on here. I just sent it to Judah the other day. We got videos on here where I told, shout out to Dion. I was like, damn, this is old as hell. I can play a video where homie was like, man, I was about to play the lottery. I was playing the lottery, and Noble happened to call me and told me to play the lottery. I went back in and played the lottery, and I won that thing for a couple thousand by telling him the time and visualization and shit. Facts, man.
About 7 bands.
He won $7,000 for me looking at his shit and told him, like, yo, bro, play the lottery. He's like, damn, I just came out. I'm about to go back and play again. Facts, all right? So I'm looking for manifesting time. And I'm also looking for relationships. There's a time for you to balance your energy, and it's based off 2 things. One, you got some good energy, and you just need to be like, hey, go out on a date, show some appreciation, really ride the wave. Or some negative shit is about to come in, and for you to get a head start on it, you need to go ahead and circumvent it and do something out the blue, such as, hey, babe, let's go on a date. Let's go do something, because there's some negative energy trying to creep in. So I'm giving you a month forecast ahead of time. Only for $19. And I didn't sit up here and we didn't call all kinds of shit. Only for $19, because the goal is I do it for the people. All right. So with that, man, any questions? I'm cool. Drew, you got something?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm cool too, man. Visit the website, theimaginationguru.com, man. Join the memberships. Get it in every month. I think we got a call tomorrow. I think tomorrow we up. We up tomorrow?
We'll see. Check the calendar. Yeah, you on midnight tomorrow.
Okay, midnight group meditation tomorrow. All the members that's here, we live tomorrow, midnight Eastern. We're gonna rock and roll, get it in.
Yeah. Yeah. The link, man, here, I'm gonna paste that link again. There it is right there in the chat. And yeah, that's it, man. We just hope y'all enjoy this, man. You know, feel free to take the video from YouTube, take the link, and just go tag these cats. T.I., man, you may want to listen to this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because seriously, man.
Academics, because he's a big news reporter in hip hop. Let him know, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
they need it. Hey, no, they say they don't see the links, man. Try to drop the link again. They don't see it over there.
Man, I don't know. Yeah. I had just dropped it in the chat. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if maybe I don't know if they mute it since it's a link and they don't want nobody spamming in the chat in a sense, because I'm not signed in through the actual channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm signed in through the Prosperity Investment Group on the chat and not the actual Hip Hop Astrology, so it may not let me do it. But go to myastrologycoach.com, click on membership. You're going to see personal report if you just want to get into that. You'll see everything we got. Go to theimaginationguru.com. You can click on membership as well, and you'll see everything that's there, man. So with that, man, we see you. We appreciate